Why is it that guys stare but say nothing? Why is it that I catch a guy staring at me at work, at the mall, at restaurants, whatever the case may be, but the guy never comes up to me, he never tries to kick any kind of game, never tries to holler at me, never tries to even say hi or how you doing, you know, just keeps staring but says nothing? Well, if a guy is staring at you, he's probably interested. Or you have food on your face or something like that. No, really. If he's staring at you, he's probably interested in you, okay? He's probably feeling you, but he probably feels like the stakes might be a little bit too high, and that may cause him to be nervous. Now, this is an issue that a lot of guys have and a lot of women have. A lot of women are always like, why is it that I attract the worst guys? Why is it that I attract guys that only want to play games? Why is it that I attract people who aren't really all that interested? They seem to be interested at first, but then they kind of play me off. Well, a lot of that is because guys who are really interested often struggle to come up to you. They feel like the stakes are too high. This is why they might stare and not say anything, because they're like, I don't know if she'll say yes, and if she didn't, it would really hurt. It would really devastate me. This kind of could be an issue. A lot of guys really might like you, but because they like you so much or because they're really attracted, they're really interested, it may be a little bit tougher for them to come up to you. Now, I know some of you girls are like, that doesn't make sense. That's ignorant. That's stupid. Okay? If I said, hey, go to this job interview for this job you really don't care about, you're not going to make any money, has no real value, would you be nervous? For most people, the answer is no. Now, some people are nervous in every situation, but for most people, the answer is no. Because they're like, I don't care about the job anyway, so if you don't hire me, it doesn't matter. But what if I told you you had an opportunity to interview for your dream job? It was everything you ever wanted, everything you ever dreamed of, making the type of money you wanted, where you wanted it to be, in the field you wanted it to be. Most people would be extremely nervous. Now, some people got ice water in their veins and they don't care, but most people would be extremely nervous. Well, this is why a lot of times you find yourself in a situation where the only guys who are approaching you are people who just want to play games, got a whole bunch of girls, because they're not nervous. They're not afraid to come up to you because, no, not trying to be funny, not trying to offend, but a lot of times you're not somebody that's just so far outside of their range of people that they can get that they're just nervous and scared. They might have 4 or 5 girls at one time. They might get a girl every day. You might be number 15 for the day. You get what I'm saying? It's like if you're playing poker and a guy has a chip stack that's over his head. You know, he's not worried when he's making bets because he's like, this is not going to cause me to go broke. But you got a guy with 1 or 2 chips left. He's guarding every one and he's scared to make a bet. That's kind of how it is. So for you, when you see a guy staring, you see a guy that seems to be interested, if you're like him, which you probably do or you wouldn't ask the question, if you see a guy staring and you are interested, you do like him, make it easy for him. Smile. I know some of y'all are like, I shouldn't have to smile. I shouldn't have to come in and make it easy on him. Well, then don't complain about getting guys who don't really like you that much. Be happy with what you're getting. Just like if you don't want to exercise, you cannot complain if you keep gaining weight, right? You don't want to go on a diet. You can't complain if you keep gaining weight. You want to spend all your money on, you know, shoes. You can't complain that you're broke. You know, if you don't want to change your lifestyle, you can't complain that things aren't going the way you want them to. But if you want things to change, make it easier on guys. Make sure that the guy that you're making eye contact with the guy. Make sure that you're smiling. Make sure that you're being inviting. If you got a group of people around you, clear some of them out so that he can come on and have a conversation with you without having to deal with all your friends. Because put yourself in his shoes. The best way to be successful at anything is to put yourself in the shoes of another person. If you look at it from his perspective, would you really want to go up and talk to a guy that had 3 or 4 of his friends there? That could be kind of embarrassing. So make it easier on him and clear some of your friends out if you got 2 or 3 people with you and you want this guy to talk to you. Like I said before, smile, be inviting. You'd be surprised. Now, a lot of guys who stare might start coming up to you and actually asking you out. Some of them are just going to be too nervous and they're never going to do it. But at least you did your part and made the situation as likely to happen as it could. You know what I mean? So you put yourself in a good situation. You put yourself in a situation to succeed. If it doesn't turn out, you did your part, and that's all you can do.